It's about to hit us again. MoonSwatch mania is rearing its ugly head once more. I've been really critical of them in the past. However, this may be one that I need to buy. Hi guys, my name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. I've been heavily critical of the MoonSwatch in the past. In fact, my most popular video on this channel is my explanation of why you should buy a Pagani design instead. That being said, this may be one that I actually have to buy for my collection. I also think it's the best iteration that they've released. So why the possible change of heart? Well, it's all because of one little pup. Omega and Swatch have finally got their heads together and given us exactly what we want. After a short period of teasing us with other releases, they finally got together and given us a MoonSwatch that is inspired by argued mostly by myself, the greatest limited edition Speedmaster that we've ever known. Of course, I am talking about the Snoopy. Omega released 3 Snoopy celebration pieces to date, each with their own little special attributes. Now over to Swatch. They've named this piece Mission to the Moonphase. In true Snoopy fashion, they have added a special little functionality to this one. As you may have guessed, the Moonphase complication to the 2 o'clock. More importantly, they've added the famous little pup to the subdial itself, and they've followed the past black and white feature to the Snoopy pieces, whilst adding a little bit of comic relief to it. A fully white casing and dial with monotone black markings and outlines really is attractive to me. I actually think that this watch is pretty good looking. It's definitely not hard for me to say that this is the best one that they've released. Now, I've mentioned plenty of times that I am not behind this collaboration. I think it was exciting at first. I, for one, was overly excited about the possibility of picking up a Speedmaster-inspired piece at a very reasonable price. The huge issue that I have is the idiotic release structure, as well as the scalping nature that led to massive price influxes. It completely ruined the whole experience for me. As well as that, the following exposure of the low quality pieces, it all culminated in something that I thought was more of just a hype piece over something that's legitimately part of the watch world. Personally, I really hope that this one comes with a completely different reception. I think we all know that the obvious draw to this piece is the Snoopy aspect to it. That being said, there's a lot more for me to like here. The Moonphase complication adds something to the watch that we haven't seen on them before. Obviously a chronograph function that a Speedmaster just simply would not be complete without. The comic strip style to this piece is completely fitting and really does add to the motif of the watch. Completing the Moonphase function is our mate Snoopy catching some Z's on the crescent moon. I absolutely love it. But there's an Easter egg here that I love even more. Printed between the subdial is a hidden loom piece of script from a famous Peanuts quote. I can't sleep without a nightlight. I do love a hidden loom feature to a watch, and it's a new Omega trick, as we have seen on the Omega Seamaster Ultra Deep. Even the caseback has a comic style moon depiction over the usual realistic prints that we see. Overall, it is an incredible looking piece, and that elevates with the little Snoopy featuring. Now, let's be honest, the usual downsides are still going to be here. A bioceramic plastic casing, the usual lower quality band, and a plastic crystal, or as they've put it, bio-sourced glass. Swatch really do love a marketing spin. It's still a quartz piece, which I don't mind, but some people will. These are all things that I can let go. However, one thing that I can't get over is hype pricing of pieces, and the usual, pardon my French, shitstorm that comes with these releases is just an absolute mind-boggling annoyance to me. And honestly, it hurts me even more knowing that that's what's going to come this time, because I really like this watch and I could see it being one of my everyday wears, one of my fun pieces, and something that may get me a little bit closer to the Grail piece. I really want to pick one of these up for my collection, but honestly, I think I'm probably going to be left waiting for a deal to come up on a page pre-owned, or for me to get extremely lucky in like 6, 7, 8 months time. And that's because of the woeful supply chain that Swatch have going with these watches. Hopefully Swatch does better this time around. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I've really enjoyed getting a little jump on this release, and that will allow me to gauge your opinion on it also. Are you going to try and talk me around and tell me that it's a ridiculous idea to go and buy one of these, or are you going to push me forward and tell me, yeah, that's the perfect watch for you, Jason? Go find your way into a queue that's a mile long in London somewhere. Let me know in the comments. And as a side note, if you want some incredibly priced pre-owned watches, then check out my website, thewatchguystore.com, use the code JTWG10 to get 10% off on any of your purchases. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.